Move your soul. Your body is on the floor. Second strike of dynamic beats. Move your body, move your soul. Your body is like out of control. Move your body, move your soul. Your body is on the floor.
Okay, so these are a couple of fun experiences that I had lately. I don't know, I think, I don't know, I just really don't like to go to bed too early, and I've been going to bed kind of late. Maybe that's why I haven't really been getting decent experiences, or, you know, a lot of experiences lately, because I haven't really, well, I've been getting some really good dreams, like good dreams. But I don't know, I've just been in the habit of going to bed like 11:30 or 12 or whatever. And then, you know, I wake up at 6 or 7. So I haven't, you know, it's probably why I haven't really been getting some good experiences. But, so I had a couple lately. And the first one was like 3 weeks ago. When I was asking for, you know, a cool out-of-body experience or virtual reality experience or whatever, but I wasn't asking for anything specific. But a couple weeks before that, I was asking for a tornado, you know, like a tornado experience. But it's like it wasn't answered till, you know, that call was answered till 3 weeks later or whatever. So finally, this alien gave me this tornado virtual reality experience, but it was more in it was virtual reality, but it was still more in like a lucid dream state. And okay, so this is how it went down. So basically I was in this 2-story house. Okay, so I was in a 2-story house, and my bedroom was up on the top floor. I don't know where the alien got this idea, because I've never lived in a house like this. But yeah, so I was in a 2-story house on the top. My bedroom was on the top level, and I was like just sitting there in the middle of my bedroom, and my parents and, you know, my other family members, their living quarters were downstairs. But the house kind of looked like this, except a little shorter and older. And yeah, because the alien showed me the house, the front of the house and everything, and then I was just sitting there, you know, in my bedroom on the top floor on the second level. And so then for whatever reason, the reason why I didn't want to leave my bedroom was, because, a lot of people, when hurricanes come, they don't want to leave their house. So the aliens know I already had those, thoughts in my brain or whatever. So, like, and also when tornadoes come, sometimes people, or, they don't want to leave their house or whatever. So I just didn't want to leave because that was my bedroom. So I didn't want to leave my bedroom. I was too worried about my stuff and all that. So, I proceeded, and this was like, oh my God, they've given me many, many, many tornado experiences ever since I was like 5 or 10 years old. Like lucid dreams and virtual reality experiences. Yeah, and then they gave me one a few years ago in Kansas City, and that one was a fun experience. That was an out-of-body experience, virtual reality experience. When I was there in Kansas City, under this out-of-body experience, under altered state. That experience is on here, but they give me a lot of this tornado stuff. And this experience I actually asked for. But, oh my God, this was probably the most cool one, though, as far as the tornado actually hit me. Like in all my other experiences, that never happened before, where the tornado actually hit me. And actually in my lifetime in 3D, I've been close to 2 tornadoes. One time at the Battlefield Mall when I was age 10, and then the other time was in Kansas City, Kansas, and I was 30 years old. 30 years old back then. So yeah, so I've been close to a tornado twice in my lifetime. But yeah, in this scenario, the tornado actually hit me. So that was the virtual reality part of it. Okay, so I was sitting there in my bedroom, and my bedroom was like freaking huge. It was huge, and the floors were wood. I was sitting there on wood, and seemed like I had quite a bit of stuff in my room. And okay, so this is what happened at first when the tornado came. I started being sucked out, like I literally started sliding, like across the floor, out through the window. I was being sucked out through the window. And I was trying to stop myself from doing that. So I kept putting my hands down on the floor. Trying to not be sucked out through the window. And then, okay, so that was the first, physical feeling sensation under this altered state. Okay, and then after that, after I was trying to like forcefully try to stop myself not being, sucked out through the window, I guess I succeeded in doing that because I never did actually get sucked out through the window, but I was sliding across the floor almost to be sucked out through the window. And this was on the second level. And I was sliding, what direction would that be? I guess that would be, I guess it would be north. If you're looking at a normal north, east, southwest thingamajigger or whatever. So I was being sucked out north, and so that was the first physical sensation. Okay, now this other part is funny. The second part's funny. So then after I was able to stop and sit there on the floor, after that sensation happened, the tornado, or after it tried to suck me out through the window, after that I was sitting there on the floor. This part's funny. The tornado had already came through my whole bedroom. I mean, it was like in my bedroom. Well, this is the funny part, because in real life, I would be like flown everywhere, you know what I mean? In real life. And so the tornado actually, was in my bedroom. And And this is what I felt on my, I felt all this gush of wind and air, and this is what I felt on my back. Like this whoosh, the circle wind motions on my backside. My whole backside, like, actually, it was like my right backside. Because the way I was sitting on the floor, the tornado came through my bedroom, and then I started feeling the whoosh on my back. And all of those two parts felt very physical. Yeah, so the second part was the tornado actually was hitting me on my back, and I kept feeling these circle wind motions on my back, like psh. So that was hilarious, and it was fun too. It would have been fun if they would have gave me, if they flung me out through the window, that would have been fun too. Like sometimes the aliens are like too nice, Okay, so, but like I say, this was under more of like a lucid dream state, but that part was virtual reality. Those two parts were virtual reality. And it felt very real and very physical. All of that wind motion on my back, that psh. But yeah, it's kind of hilarious, because like I say, in real life, there's no way you could be sitting there and a tornado's gonna come through your house like that, you know what I mean? Or, you'd pretty much be dead. Okay, so the second scenario, that experience was like 3 weeks ago. And then this other one was just like, let's see, when was it? It was just like about a week ago. And I've been having like organic portals on the brain. And been thinking about that a lot. And it's like you'll see comments that people make on videos like that about organic portals. People will say, "Man, they're everywhere." And I'm starting to see that too. Like and they're in all professions. I mean, they're like employees at Walmart, they're insurance agents, they're these stupid people, these stupid, eyeglass people that work, not necessarily the doctors, but the eyeglass workers that fit your glasses on your face. And yeah, it's very real, these organic portal people. And I mean, they're like freaking droids is what they are. They're fucking robots. And like I say, some of them, are half robots and, still have a soul, and some don't. Some literally are just soulless droids. So anyway, so I've been having that on the brain. So this is what the alien gave me. So me and my mom were at a mall, a very strange mall. It wasn't familiar to this dimension when I was in the scenario. So okay, so me and mom were at a mall, and I told her I wanted her to come observe with me the organic portal people. I wanted her to go to this veterinarian office. This veterinarian office was inside the mall. And so I told my mom I wanted her to come with me and we'll go observe. I did not, take my animals there. I didn't have any intention of taking my animals there. And, okay, so anyway, so me and mom were sitting there in the chairs. There were about 6 or 7 other adult people. And like I said, both these scenarios were more like B- lucid dreams. Except the tornado one had those 2 virtual reality elements And, okay, so me and Mom were sitting there in the chairs at the vet office. Pretty big vet office inside the mall. And, we were facing, the chairs were facing east. All of these chairs were facing east. And me and Mom were sitting there facing east. And like I say, there were about 8 other adult people sitting around. And as far as I remember, all of them were white people. And, okay, so we were facing east. The front desk, or the what do you call it? Where you pay and everything for the services, and where the veterinarian was standing, and where he was doing his services and stuff to the animals, was to the, okay, so we were facing east, so he was north. He was north. That's where the front, the desks, or the desks were and stuff, where what do you call it? The lobby? Not lobby, just where you pay and everything. And his services and stuff, he did his services back behind that area. But the chairs were facing east. And me and Mom were sitting there. And there were these huge, like 3 or 4 huge flat screen TVs. And there was like some major rated X porn being shown on the TV. And I was thinking in my head, I didn't verbalize this to my mom, but I was thinking in my head, like, wow, is this what this world is coming to? Like, you're going to be going to the grocery store or dental office or veterinarian or wherever you go, and they're going to be showing you porn videos? Okay, so that was one weird thing that was in the scenario. And okay, here's the other weird thing, or the funny thing. Okay, so and I remember. I totally remember everything that was on the porn videos and everything. And I was sitting there watching it forever and ever and ever and ever. My mom never did make any comment about it. But, okay, so after that, okay, so like I say, the reason why I took my mom in there was I wanted her to observe, the organic portal people. And in this scenario, the veterinarian happened to be an organic portal. Oh, yeah. And, they're in all professions. They're not everybody in all professions, but they are in all professions. And in real life, that one office down the street, the vet previous, he's already probably old and died or retired or whatever, but the vet previous, the people that are there now are not organic portals, or the doctors that are there now are not organic portals, but the previous one, the male, I forgot his name, that was a vet that owned that office, it was one. And I remember going to him, when I was 25 years old, but I was enlightened back then, or at least not about that. And the reason why I know he was an organic portal, basically, they're just heartless motherfuckers, basically, is what they are. And okay, so basically the reason why I know that is because at the bookstore, this one guy told me about him. And I was just like, wow. And he was just a heartless asshole. And, he shouldn't be in a profession like that. If you love animals and stuff, you shouldn't be, telling the patient that they cannot help your animal when they can be helped. In this situation, he was talking about, the guy at Barnes & Nobles was talking about, a dog or something. And he's like, yeah, the vet told me that he can't be helped and he'll never be able to be helped. And he could be helped. And the dog ended up living and everything. He was just an asshole organic portal veterinarian. And yeah, so anyway, yeah, I mean, they're freaking everywhere, and that's why I won't go to any dentist. I won't go to any I won't go to dentists. I won't go to doctors, because I will not go to these assholes. Okay, so basically, here's the last part of the scenario. So anyway, I took my mom in there to observe the organic portal vet. And okay, so we were sitting there watching porn videos, and then I turned my head, north, and the veterinarian was standing there. But here's the funny part: the veterinarian was dressed like he had like a black cape on. He had like some red around his, like part of his outfit was red, like part of his shirt was red, and he had like either red or black bandana on or something, but he was dressed like the devil, and he even had two little horns. He had like two little horns on his head, like red horns, but mainly, like I say, his whole outfit, or the way he looked, was red and black, and he looked like a little devil, like he was dressed like the devil. He had black hair, as far as I remember, but I mean, he looked human. He didn't look like an entity or anything. He was a human male, but he was dressed like the devil. And he, like I say, he had like a black cape on, and there was some red, like he had like some red on his black cape. Like maybe his, I don't know. I can't remember exactly where the red was, but it was red and it was black, and then it had some red, and then he had some like a red bandana on or something, and he had two little horns. Two little red horns, but basically he was dressed like the devil. So that was kind of funny that the aliens put that in there. And I was just thinking in my head, like, I just know he's gonna kill all those animals. I just know he's gonna kill them. And I just knew that in my head that I would never take my animal to him, because I knew he was an organic portal. And I didn't verbalize that to my mom, but I was thinking all that in my head. But my mom knew that she was there to observe the organic portal veterinarian. And then after all of that, I do remember me and her, we walked out from the vet office into the mall and started walking around. And that was basically, like, me and her were having a conversation, and that was basically the end of the scenario. But yeah, it's sad. I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, it's weird. Like, I just went to I went to this insurance agent, and first of all, it smelled like ass when I went in there. Thank God I only stayed in there like probably barely 10 minutes. It smelled like fucking formaldehyde or something, because it was like a new building, somewhat new building. So it was either the paint, the furniture, or the carpet. But like, that's fucking gross too. But yeah, I was gonna try to make conversation with him about his grandma, because they canceled the appointment twice. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna have to do another video about these organic portal motherfuckers. But anyway, so basically, after I bought my insurance, my homeowners, I can't remember if he told me verbally or by email. He said, you need to come into the office so I can, so you can sign papers. Okay, but then he canceled the appointment twice. The second time was because his grandma. No, the first time was because his grandma died, and the second time I don't know why. The woman didn't tell me why. But the first time he emailed me and said that his grandma died. And so when I finally went in there, I'm thinking I'm supposed to be signing some papers. But first of all, I asked the woman, couldn't I just do it over the internet? And she's like, no, I'm sure he's gonna want you to come in. And so anyway, so I went into the office and I was gonna try to make conversation with him, about his grandma, because my grandma died in 2016. And you could tell, he's a fucking droid, a motherfucking droid. So, you're not gonna get any kind of fucking emotion out of these motherfuckers. Because they are fucking droids is what they are. Droids. And he was just like a robot. The funny thing is, she didn't want to die when it was cold out, like she didn't like the winter time. And so, she got her wish because she died in the summertime. But he was a fucking droid. Robots, they don't have any kind of fucking emotion. Okay, so anyway, these motherfuckers, they're deceiving assholes, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so I'm sitting there and I'm like, and he brought up my account and was just kind of dicking around looking at it. And then he's like, well, I want you to meet this other guy. And he looked familiar. He looked familiar too, by the way. But he's like, my insurance agent was like, well, no, he's not my insurance agent. He's just a stupid motherfucker that I'm fucking, I gotta pay, until I pay my house off at least, I gotta, which I could do tomorrow if I wanted to, I gotta pay my yearly homeowners. That's no fucking choice, you know what I'm saying? I have no choice in the matter. I'm actually not paying insurance right now, so fuck you motherfuckers. I'm not paying my car insurance. And I haven't paid, it's been almost 6 months. Have I had an accident? No, I have not. Okay, so anyway, I do have a choice in that. And, so anyway, and I was kind of not feeling real good. I was kind of like low blood sugarish and not feeling real good. Otherwise, I probably would have copped an attitude. So I was just like really serene for whatever reason, and I didn't cop an attitude or anything. But after he started dicking around, acting like he was looking at my account and stuff, I'm like, don't I have to sign some papers? And he's like, no, you're good. And he's like, I want you to see this other guy. And so he came in, and like I say, he looked familiar. He was trying to sell me, he was a financial advisor, was trying to sell me financial services. And I was like, oh, you mean I get like a free perk or something for having, homeowners with, is it Allstate? Is that what I have? Allstate? Shit, I can't remember. I think it's Allstate. But that's just something that I just assumed. And he just kind of agreed with me like, yeah. But it's not free. It's not going to be free. You know what I'm saying? But I just assumed, oh, is that just a free perk or something? But yeah, but he lied to me, acting like I had to go in there and sign my documents when I already did all that electronically. Apparently. Or it wasn't needed. But yet he lied to me, acting like I needed to go in there physically to sign some paperwork when all they wanted to do was try to sell me financial services. And I said, well, I'm not sure how much money I have right now. I'd have to count it. And that really threw him off. Because he was like, oh, I got to count on my money. I'm hiding it somewhere and blah, 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 blah. But that's what I said. And apparently they thought I was full of shit or something because he said that he wanted me to come back in a couple weeks, or he knew I was full of shit, probably. He knew that I really didn't want his services, because he was supposed to, text me or something in a couple weeks. Well, it's already been, 3 weeks. I wasn't going to go anyway. Because he said he was going to go to Florida for a couple weeks, and then he would contact me for me to go back in there so he could try to manage some of my money. You know what I'm saying? But I don't need that kind of service anyway, But yeah, man. No, that guy wasn't a droid. I mean, yeah, he was probably shady and everything. He wasn't a droid, but my insurance agent definitely was. He was a droid. And he was good looking, but he was still a droid. And, but that other guy, the financial advisor, I mean, that's just weird and shady. I mean, that's just weird. I get a different homeowner's fucking policy every year, a different company every year. And these are the first dickwads that treat me like this. It's just very odd, you know? Like, act like they want you to come in there and you don't even really have to sign any, papers. They're just lying to you. But apparently, like I say, he sensed that I probably was going to set him up anyway, even if he did try to set me up on an appointment. And he never did text me or anything. But I did say I would have to count my money and stuff. And that really blew their mind when I said that. But, yeah, I could go on and on about these organic portal assholes. But yeah, they're just like everywhere. And I mean, they'll kill you, They're the medical professional people, they don't care, if they kill you. And sometimes they'll do it on purpose. Like, I know this one woman, this ex-boyfriend, the doctor screwed him up on purpose. Like, he fucked him up on purpose, his back and everything. And then he says he needs to, like, fucking get up and walk after he already fucked him up, fucked his spine up and his back up. What kind of motherfucker does that? You know what I'm saying?